they heard about one of their friends named oh Jesus, I don't even remember. I just call him Drunk Wizard. He basically was captured because he was in the arena with those two and Sharn, but he was captured because he wasn't very good. So, and he was also a magic user, which isn't completely legal.
He's a wizard.
Yeah, he isn't completely legal.
Oh yeah, legal in that world. It was not legal to do magic
in most cities.
Most
like,
cities,
you know, outer cities people give a shit, but like Sharn, Cavalcade, any kind of big city, that's
this
a big
drunken
no-no.
wizard basically didn't have a name. They thought it was funny because he's an orphan, so they just decided to call him Orphan.
Orphan 211
Or
something?
some number.
I don't
that they
remember.
gave.
I don't know what that's from.
I don't know. They just made it up, I guess.
But basically, so they heard about the orphan, and so they're like, "Hey, let's go break our friend out." So
Orphan.
stupid shit happened. I'll just put it as
Yeah.
that. And they break his friend out.
This is the drunken wizard is Shane, the guy who just joined in. Anyway, he's in jail. He's a slave for some reason for the arena. Oh, he's an arena fighter slave, I guess. And gladiator, right?
Yeah, basically.
I guess basically a gladiator. But he's talking to the guards that are guarding him, and they're like, he just tries to trick them. He does trick them pretty well, and they get them. He gets them to let him out, and he tries to say, "Hey, at least let me try to knock you out, so it would make it look like I escaped by knocking you guys out." And they're like, "Okay."
There was one guy.
Was it one guy?
Yeah, it was one guy.
I guess it was one guy. Yeah. Anyway, he knocks that guy out and steals his shit. He runs out, and I think the Minotaur and Eofa were trying to jump over the wall just as he was coming out, and as the wizard was walking out, he got caught. Well, not really caught, but one of the guards asked him, "Where are you going?" And he was like, "I'm done with my shift." And they're like, "What's your name?" And he just totally bullshits his name out of there. And he's like, "Well," or he was going to take a piss or something like that. And he's like, "Well, just go back to your post." And he bluffed his way out of there. I thought that was funny. And then they meet up, and then this there's this one guy who just decided, one guy as in he's coming into our D&D game. And
he was there for a total of a session.
Yeah, he was totally there for a session.
I mean, I understand. Like, he wanted to find out if the game was for him, so
yeah,
I could deal with that.
I'm sure if he kept playing, he'd probably like it better. But personally, I find the kid fucking creepy. No offense to the.
That's not nice.
No offense
he
to
could
the
be
guy.
listening to this.
Well, if he is, sorry, but I just find you creepy.
But basically, what happened is the kid was okay. He didn't know how to play.
Yeah, he was,
which is fine. I don't mind
thinking,
teaching someone new.
He didn't really grasp the concept of the DM kind of decides what happens.
Yeah.
He was trying to like decide what happens for himself. Like he was trying to say, "All right, well, I'm going to successfully steal this thing."
No. What happened?
It was something like that.
He was going inside a bakery, or I think it was a bakery.
Yeah, it was a bakery.
And he's like, "I'm gonna stealthily sneak my way in there and steal stuff and run out," or something like that.
Yeah.
And
like,
he said it in a role playing fashion. So I'm like,
well,
okay, I'll let you. Well,
it was kind of like, okay, I'm gonna successfully steal this, and then walk out. And he's like, well, you have to roll for that first.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh.
So he rolled it. He was fine. He got in there, got out. So
got about 600 gold, I think.
Yeah, it was.
Or 300.
It worked out. You know, kept it on the down low. But I guess the kid didn't feel like playing, so
yeah, whatever.
He wasn't integral to the plot. So anyway, what happened was we have our main party together, all 5 of them. Yeah. And they're basically going inside this temple that they saw earlier.
One thing, I gotta go back to the tavern real quick.
Stop throwing the mic.
Whatever.
Okay.
One thing I have to say about was before I started gambling, I was asking around, bartender, asking around, trying to find Spire agents, because in Sharn, the Spire agency headquarters was in Sharn, and since that was destroyed, yeah, I was trying to find out what was going on, why Mephistopheles was deciding just now to take over the world, and trying to find out ways to stop him. So I tried to find these Spire agents. I asked the bartender, and he secretly kind of make up a meeting, and this is gonna be funny later on. But yeah, we secretly make up a meeting, and then we go to then we just go on our way. And then the next day, everyone wakes up, everyone's back at the tavern. Okay, so we go. So for some reason, we decide to go to the temple of.
No, what happened was
what?
That was weird. Basically, they went back to the temple because they found the magic item there, but there was also basically it was inside of a glass case. It was a sword.
Yeah, that's where I was getting to. We were going to the temple district, and we went to the temple of Bahumad, whatever. And yeah, we get to the temple of Bahumad, and the Minotaur and Eophel are still wearing the Mephistopheles armor, and the clerics of Bahumad are fucking. They're like staring them down. They fucking like giving them the eye, man. They're like, they don't like those guys. So I decided to talk to them, and seeing as we had a cleric with us, cleric of Bahumad, we decided to talk to them, and we show them the ring, and they're like, "This is the ring of Bahumad," and yeah, we show them the ring, and then they show us the sword inside this case, and
it's mounted on the wall.
It was mounted on the wall, and we were trying to open it. Like I bring out the ring, and it just gets sucked to the glass, and I was trying to get it off, like really hard, and it wouldn't budge. We got it off of there eventually.
The ring.
Yeah, the ring. We got the ring off the case from this. Yeah, and yeah, we put the ring back, and I don't even know how we got to that position where
the dungeon.
Yeah, I don't even. How
they said
we were trying to find the key for it.
You asked, where's the key for it? And the cleric's like, we
know.
have no idea where the goddamn key is. The only place where we could guess would be inside the dungeon that no one's gone inside. Because every temple has a dungeon. Yeah. Come on now.
But it was more it was the catacombs.
Yeah, that's what
it was. It was really
catacombs.
Every temple doesn't have a dungeon. That's a castle. Or an arena, whatever.
But so they're like, okay, we'll be brave adventurers because we're going on the plot railroad.
But unfortunately, the door was sealed to shit. It was sealed up tight.
Yeah, it was sealed so nothing can get in, nothing can get out.
Yeah, so we were like, we're gonna go in for it anyway.
Yeah.
So we decided to unseal the door. The cleric's like, if you unseal that door, we're gonna seal it back up right as soon as you get in it, because we are scared to shit of what might be down there.
Because there's been all kinds of noises and shit down in the catacombs, and they don't really want to fight a demon berserker motherfucker mind flayer.
Yeah, so we go down there, and what was down there? Like,
it was just
there was what, drowner things, like
zombies.
Zombies, yeah, just zombies.
They try to drown your ass.
There was green goo, yeah. There was green goo, like it was like sewers, kind of like there was two pathways on each side of the green goo, and we walked on those. And as we were walking, we were getting attacked by these zombies. I was luckily far enough away as the other guys. I stayed back because I'm a rogue, and everyone else just started walking, and their feet were getting grabbed by these zombies, and they were dragging them in. I'm like, good thing I'm not up there. and the wizard's like right next to me, kind of. And
wizard's throwing shit at him.
Yeah, he's throwing shit. I'm throwing shurikens at him, trying to throw them in the water. Yeah, everyone else getting dragged into the green goo. They're like, yeah. But eventually we kill all the zombies, and we go down more.
Alex was knocked out, of course.
Yeah, he was knocked out. Some fighter he is. No, he's alright, but yeah.
Fighter.
Yeah. Anyway, we kill the zombies, and there's like a crossroad kind of in between the sewers. You can go forward, left, or right. So we go forward. There's dead end. Nothing's there. We go left. No, we don't go left because there's a sound coming from that way. We don't even know what it was, so we just go the other way.
You guys also go down.
Did we? Oh no, yeah. We were going. Yeah, we went right. We went right, Wait, no, we went left. We went left, and there was a ladder kind of opening.
Like a ladder going down into the
downwards,
abyss.
Yeah. Going down. And I'm like, okay, I'll do the smart thing. Check for traps.
Like, he didn't even use the ladder. He just kind of like Spider-Man his way
I just
down
Spider-Man my way. Like, I checked for traps on my way down there. And yeah, there were traps there. There was like, basically on the ladder, there were like pressure plates right next to there. Like on the ladder. And if you stepped on them, like spears just like they just fucking come at you like as you're coming from the side.
Basically, the way down was just big enough for a normal person, and so like if you touch the sides, they would just kind of go inward. Yeah, well, yeah, it was big enough for a Minotaur. Basically, if you like pushed in the sides like maybe a pressure per square inch, and it would just kind of like shoot out and just fuck you up.
Yeah, they would just, and then they would retract and reset the trap. Yeah. So I tried to reset them, but the Minotaur decided it was a good idea. It was a good idea. He did jump down there with me.
He did an RVD splat or 5-star splat, 5-star frog splash.
Head first down, and I didn't even know it. I was still under there.
Spider-Man his way down.
He took all my HP away. Like he knocked me out, as himself.
You were at like -4. I remember that.
Yeah, it was fucking ridiculous. Like I don't even know how I couldn't have dodged that. I should have dodged that, but. Apparently, it was against my HP.
like in close quarters.
Yeah. I was in the middle of disarming the traps, and he decides to roll in acrobatics, and I think he rolled a 1.
Yeah.
He rolled a run. That's why it killed me.
He basically just
well, almost killed me.
I'm gonna try and like godfall my way down here, and so he's just like charge.
Yeah, basically, I'm like, all right, hang on, guys. Let me just disarm these traps here, and then you can come down. And he's like, I'm coming too! And he jumps down, takes me out with him. So, and the assassin, the one session guy, disarms the traps. Everyone else gets down there. Leo freaking revives us, and we're on our merry way.
And basically, they go down a tunnel for a little bit, and they see like a faint glow on the other edge of the tunnel. And they're like, gotta be the plot railroad. Let's keep going.
Yeah.
And so,
so we go down there, and then we find runes on the walls, and everyone's like, okay, let's try to, wipe these runes from them. Even though Leo did like a religion check and said Bahamut
does not like these runes.
And basically everyone, they erase the runes, release this fucking Mongolia's fucking holy shit thing. It was like a amorphous glob, like it was huge. It was body parts, and oh yeah, there was a story to that because we had original session with other people, and they were part of that monster. Like I knew who they were. My D&D character knew who they were, and
they were Shard members.
Yeah, they were Shard members.
Spire members. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Spire members. And basically, we decided to fight the thing. We eventually kill it. Eventually.
Yeah. And so the runes are still on the walls everywhere.
And luckily, Alex didn't get knocked out. The Minotaur, he always takes the credit for killing it when we all do the most damage to it. He just does the killing blow, and then he takes all the glory for it. It's like, yeah, I totally fucked up the monster. Yeah, when he had like 2 HP left. Like after I do like 100 damage to it and everyone else does 100, he does 12, 20 damage to it.
So they kill it. It's on the ground.
The runes decide that okay, there's nothing else to
banish.
Oh yeah, but the story was that the runes were captured. They captured a general Mephistopheles. Yeah. That's what was in it, and that's what that amorphous glob thing was. And basically, it was just a pound of flesh, like a big, huge.
Not a pound.
That was a pound of flesh,
like
but it was
400
tons of flesh. Yeah, it was like a lot of flesh mixed together, and it was all loopy. And basically, after we kill that, the runes decided that they need something else to banish. So they grab the nearest thing, which is Eofel, the Dragonborn Steve, and Steve was banished, floating in midair floating in white space, like for a good 5 minutes before the drunken wizard decided that he could unbanish him.
By basically just rubbing a marker on the
Yeah.
runes. Which, at the time, I was really tired, so I was just like, fuck it.
Yeah. Anyway, he gets spit out, and everyone's like, okay. And then something else was coming. I forget what it was. No, nothing was coming.
No, the key was on the blob.
Oh yeah, we got the key. We go back to the door, and we were attempting to.
There was something else in that dungeon. I remember that. Yeah,
I don't remember.
It was like a spider thing.
Oh
you
yeah,
guys were just like,
fuck it,
fuck this shit. We got the key.
We ain't fighting that
Good
thing.
motherfuckers.
Yeah.
So they just ran for the door, and
we went back up the ladder.
Everything was fine.
But it was sealed.
Yeah, I was waiting for him to be like, well, fuck. But we have Leok, who's evidently the god among gods for religion, and he
No, it was an Arcana check because it was Arcana, and the wizard. Was the one who had most Arcana, and
so together they kind of like unseal the door, and then they go out and they seal it again, and that's when shit hit the floor.
Yeah. Yep. Basically, we get out of the dungeon, we go back to the temple, and we go to use the key to unlock it. Even though we tried everything to unlock this case that had that sword in it. We tried to break it off the wall.
No, you didn't. I remember that.
Well, we tried. We tried to smash it.
Yeah.
We tried to smash the glass. I thought the ring. That's why the ring got stuck to it, because I thought the ring would like shatter the glass, but nope. It was god glass,
like a magnet.
So basically, when we get back to that case, it's off the wall. It's gone. Guess who took it? Our good old friend Mephistopheles.
Well, his men.
Apparently
They basically stormed Cavalcade because it was the closest city next to Sharn, and they just fucked shit up. They took the entire town over. It's basically in ruins, but throughout the day kind of let the city be on its own. But at night, that's when they come out, patrol the streets, don't let anything through. It's kind of meta, I guess, in that they don't come out at night, or they don't come out at day rather. So there's a few guards posted throughout the city, but it's other than that, it's almost entirely clear.
Everything's on fire.
Yeah,
in the market district anyway.
Perpetual fire. And so
this whole town consisted of districts. There's Temple District, the Temple District, the Market District, and
Dwarven.
The what?
Dwarven.
Oh yeah, there was the Dwarven District and all that.
Residential district.
Yeah, never. We didn't visit most of them. We were just in the. We consisted of the Market District, which consisted with the
tavern.
The tavern, yeah, and the arena. I think the arena was nearby too.
Yeah,
somewhere like that. Anyway, and
then the Temple District.
Yeah, and then Temple District, which was where we are right now.
And basically, when they got outside, they looked around, and the clerics were like,
they're like, oh shit, man.
Yeah, like,
so we confront the head cleric, and we're like, so what are you gonna do about this? Are you guys gonna run, or? And what they say they're going to do is, we're just gonna go back in the way you guys came out, and collapsed and reseal the tunnel,
and then collapse it,
and we should be good.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Like, why would you do that?
And
there's a spider thing down there that we didn't fight. And so good luck with that thing if you're going to do that.
I mean, they have months worth of food. They could survive down there as long as they don't fuck with the spider. I mean, you guys went down there.
There's also zombies.
You guys went down there, guns blazing.
No,
and
we
just
didn't
killed
have guns.
everything. You just killed everything inside there, and so
except for the spider thing.
Yeah, the spider thing.
But there's probably more zombies in there. I mean,
well, that's why they stay near the door. Basically, so they're pretty much gonna just put their head. They're gonna put their head in the sand.
So I come up with this brilliant. Basically, I climb the cathedral, which is where the clerics are. I climb it, scout it out, look for something, and I see a stable like with horses and carriages in it.
We better tell it what happened with everyone then.
What do you mean?
Like we had Shane the wizard, drunk wizard. He went up on top of the cathedral and pretty much just became a lookout, I guess is the best way to put it. Just kind of looked around.
He was there with me too.
Yeah, and we had the one-time assassin. I'm not going to name names because
He was just there.
We did just kind of insult him.
Yeah.
He went up on top of the rooftops. He kind of followed Seth, but Seth was being more hitman about it, I guess. And then we had AFL and
they were all on top of the. They were all on top.
Yeah,
of
everyone else was on top of the buildings,
On
but
the
Seth
buildings.
was like, "Fuck you guys."
Yeah, I go back down because I'm not rolling all those fucking acrobatics things. Even though I have really high acrobatics, but so do they. So they had athletics, so they could just run.
Pretty much athletics, acrobatics, same thing for the most
For
part.
us, anyway.
Yeah.
And
I don't wanna fuck with that.
so basically, I decided to go. Yeah, I scout the area. I see the stables. I go for the stables, and I come up with this plan. I tell the clerks about it, and they say, if you can get those carriages and horses here, then yeah, we'll go with you. So I go for that. I was gonna be all gung ho and go, yeah, I got these carriages, woo! And I didn't realize that I would have to keep rolling nature checks.
No, before that.
I know. Before that, I'm just saying. But anyway.
I want to tell them.
Wait. No, wait, I got this. Anyway, okay, I'm running to the stables, dodging Mephistopheles' guards, trying to stay out of sight, and the Minotaur decides that I'm gonna watch his back, so he jumps across
Like
very
rooftop to rooftop.
rooftops that probably could support, I don't know, 400 pounds, but he's 800 pounds, so he somehow stays on the rooftops. I don't know how, but I get caught. I just get caught. I hurt. The guard hears me, and
It's dwarven architecture. They can support whatever they want to.
whatever. We weren't even dwarven dictionary. We were in the.
I know.
I guess it was.
We're
whatever.
good.
Anyway, I get caught by this guard. He hears me, and I'm like, ah, shit. So I try to take him out with my shurikens, but I miss because I rolled horribly, and so I just try to stay out of sight. And
No, you tried to fight him.
I tried to fight him, and I also try to stay out of sight while I'm fighting him. But
And then
the Taurus decides that, don't worry, I'll get him. And about, how high was he? 200 feet?
No, 30 feet.
30 feet?
Yeah.
200 feet. Wow, 200
That
feet.
would
Yeah,
be like
that would be
super
really
high.
high. And he's like 30 feet off the ground. He's like, don't worry, I'll freaking drop kick him.
And he rolled acrobatics, and he rolled like a 19.
Yeah, like the
So,
one good time.
and his score is like 19 altogether, so it's like 38. And I'm like,
So
I can't say no.
So he jumps off the building 30 feet in the air.
Does a missile drop kick
Missile
on
drop
this
kick
guy.
off this guy, and the guy is just demolished. He's dead, definitely.
He just went through
But
a building.
he is at -9 health. Like, he's also fucked up, the Minotaur.
Like, wow. He should have been at
Taurus is
-10,
just-
like altogether.
Yeah,
but I'm like,
he's like, okay, fine. Zell's like, I won't kill him. So he's pretty much dead. Everyone else is running. Like, as I was running to the stables, the one-time assassin decides to, go with me because we were both stealthy. But I think he's on the rooftops.
Yeah.
So I make a run for the stables, just leaving Taurus there too for
die.
AOL. Yeah, just basically to die. AOL decides to go help him, and so does Leok. And Leok decides to try to heal them, but they hear that. They hear that that boom, that loud drop kick, and the guards are just running towards that noise.
scramble, scramble, scramble.
Yeah. We make it to the stables, and we get the horses. We get 2 carriages with about two horses per carriage. Yeah, 2 horses per carriage,
And
and
2 horses separate. Three horses separate.
well, we go back for those.
No.
No? Yeah, we go back to because I remember.
Okay.
We get the carriages. The one-time assassin goes
On his own carriage.
on his own carriage, and I take my carriage, and we meet up with the we stop by the where do we stop?
Temple.
No, we go back for the Minotaur. Try to throw his ass in one of the carriages, and basically yeah, we try to throw that. We could barely do it. He was hanging outside. He was hanging out of the carriage because he's an 800-pound Minotaur, and none of us are really that strong except for Aelfel. So Aelfel helps put him in there, and yeah, Leo tries to heal him, and Leok drives the other carriage that I took. I try to go back for more horses because there were about 7 horses in the stable. So I go back. So does Leok too. I think he goes back, and we grab about.
They don't search the
carriages?
The carriages anyway. They're just like, they've got to be empty, even though there's tarps back here. Let's get out of here.
Yeah. Well, we were caught in, we were in a rush.
I was waiting for them to be like, oh, there's tarps back here. Let's open this.
Yeah, we don't open those until way later. Anyway, me and Leo go back to the stables, and we grab like 3 horses each, or 4. No, 3 horses each, and 1 to ride, 2 to carry, and Leo makes it with the 3 horses back to the temple. I, however, don't have such a high nature, and about 2 of my horses get killed, and the one I'm riding gets pretty fucked up. And
you pick up the 2 clerics.
Yeah, we go back to the temple. We make it with both carriages. One carriage that the one-time assassin and the drunk wizard's on, they just bolt out of there.
Like they rolled to stop and they rolled a 1. So I'm like, your horse is haul motherfucking ass. Yeah. They ain't stopping.
Yeah, they just go out of there.
They are out of here.
They're out of there. They're out of the town already. We're still at the temple. We get up on the horses. There's 2 guards that get on a horse, and I carry 2 clerics on mine. So there's 3 fucking people on the horse. So we're not really going that fast. And there's a carriage with fucking Taros and Aophel and Leok on that, and yeah, and a few clerics too.
Guards.
Like, 1 guard. Yeah, there's 2 guards. One falls off the carriage as they're making that, and he dies.
They tried to do like, the thing where the one person's riding on a horse and one person's looking at him, and they kind of like grab hands, and the one guy on the horse throws him on the back. They tried that, except they missed entirely, and the guy just went underneath the horse and got trampled to death.
Anyway, okay. See, yeah, we're riding out of the town. I got 2 clerics on my horse, and we're getting shot at. And Taurus is up by this time. He's on the back of the carriage with a gun. He's got a gun. He's reloading.
He found it in the back.
Yeah. And he's shooting at the guys.
Not proficient with it, but I'm like,
whatever.
It makes for cinema, so
yeah. So he makes it for cinema. He hits a couple guys in there, and with the 2 clerics on my horse and me, we're not going so fast. So I roll horrible in nature, so our horse is getting fucked up. It's barely. It's alive. It can run still, but it's pretty. It's pretty fucked up. And I'm like, well, this horse is done. So I didn't even realize I had clerics on my back. I was too much in the moment. So I do a fucking gently jump off the back of the horse, backflip, onto another horse that has a guard chasing us. I knock his ass off.
That was like a cool, one-turn battle.
Yeah, that was
like
awesome.
He tried to swing his club at the back of you, and you're just like, whoa, and then stab him and throw him
and then I throw his ass up. And I didn't even realize that I just left the clerics behind.
They're like, dude.
Anyway, we go back. Okay, we're all headed to the forest outside of Cavalcade. Everyone makes it, and we just somehow make it to the forest. And on the way there, I'm making it there because the carriage has made it to the forest. They stopped and everything to rest, and I'm still on my way. And I look behind me, and I still see these fucking clerics that I just jumped off of the back. They're hauling ass. They actually passed me on my horse because my horse has also kind of got fucked up because they were also shooting at that. And
basically they get to the forest and they're looking around like, this is pretty cool.
Yeah, I can't believe those clerics made it though. Like I didn't even realize that they were there. That was the best thing ever. They were pissed, but it was fucking worth it to do that backflip.
So basically, what happened then was they got to the forest and they got a general rough outline of what the forest looked like through. I think it was the clerics who did it. I don't remember where you guys.
No, it was me and Leo who
yeah, well, you guys were the general gist of some of the Spire or Sharn base.
Yeah, we just wrote a map up of
crude map and
crude map.
but they look
at this point. At this point, the carriage with the one-time assassin and the drunken wizard, they're gone, and that ends that first session or that second session of our game.
Is that the second one?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
It was the second session. The first session was from the time of the arena for the PvP to the cavalcade when we enter cavalcade.
Yep.
And then the second session starts off with the cavalcade where I start gambling and introduces everyone, and then it ends right when we escape into the forest. So that's the end of the second session.